more time with a little bit of energy. Keong, everybody. Keong, it's a pleasure to have you with us. I know you're Malaysian. You live close by. Whereabouts is home? How far away is it?
I'm actually at the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur. So if we drive from my office or my house area to the jetty, it will take about 4 hours and a half. So I think that's still a bearable distance. Yeah.
Your company is obviously awesome. You're quite clearly a chemical engineer, right?
Actually, no. I'm an electrical electronic engineer.
What on earth? How on earth did you start this company?
I started because I actually wanted to solve a problem for myself, for my own vehicle. So it was really out of necessity for myself. It was from there that once I have the product ready, I decided to have some side income as an engineer. Well, making a living is tough in Malaysia, so I wanted some side income. And I started selling it through online in some forums, and there were some buyers who bought the first time round. Then they buy again the next year. Well, the product literally lasts a year, so then they come back again the next year. Then they introduce a friend, and then it just kind of like multiplied from there.
So with no chemical engineering background, how did you create that first product? Did you Google it? How did you do it?
I did Google it a bit, but I do have some background in chemistry, some very basic organic and inorganic. But my job as as an electronic engineer, the instruments that I was dealing with was spectrometers, where we analyze the chemical compositions of different chemicals in each material. So it ranges from paper, plastic, even petroleum. So we had to analyze that using multiple different methods, different instrumentation. So, and I deal a lot with the chemists from there. And I Googled for a certain patent. I did a bit of a study. Well, as an engineer, we learn how to remove what that was done already, so we don't have to go through the whole process again. So literally in the patent, it's they've already done most of the process already. And then I know okay, this is what I should not be doing, and this is what I should be doing. And I just created my option from there. Of course, with the help from advice when I was very free in the lab, I would ask them some opinions, and I had free usage of lab as well.
So the entrepreneurial journey is obviously very tough. Was there any moments along your journey that you felt like giving up?
Yes. There was this point of time where I actually I assumed that the business was doing well. I resigned, and I didn't know it was a festive season in Malaysia, so the sales was actually quite nice. And then right after the festive season, the order just dropped. And then for the next few months, I was wondering, what am I going to do? I quit my job. I just got married. I'm gonna go for honeymoon. It's going to cost more money. I bought a house. It's going to cost more money as well. So all my wishful thinking of I'm going to be have income and everything suddenly became come dashing down. So one night I actually actually for a few nights I couldn't sleep, and I really almost thought of giving up. How am I going to continue doing this? As I tried to approach more and more Malaysian customers, they were a bit apprehensive of the whole idea of this product. If it's made in Malaysia, how can you even compete with an overseas brand? So it was very disappointing as well, and I almost wanted to give up at the point of time, and I'll just go back to work, disappointingly.
But what did you do?
In one of the night, I just went online. I went on Facebook, and I started looking for influential installers in the United States. I added them as friend, and I started communicating my USP for my product to them. Well, it's quite easy because I didn't have to talk to them face to face. I was just through message, but I was like going through all of them. If they didn't add me, I went into the groups where they actually hang out. Facebook groups at the time, yeah, it still exists. So I went there and I started like subtly promoting some of the products, telling them about chemical hazards, but not promoting the brand too much so that they don't feel that I'm too obvious. Until some of them actually caught attention and actually they came back to me and they're interested to buy some to try it out. And that's how we pick up from there.
And what does the US market currently look like?
3 years back, we had one installer. Right now, we have about 2,500 installers over there. The bulk of it are, the bulk of them are actually ex-military as well. This one of the issues that we found out is that most of the in this industry is kind of an easy entry business, but there are also quite a number of them who served for the country already, and they do not know what to do next after that. And this became a channel for them to be more sustainable for their own income.
Yeah. So Facebook is useful occasionally.
Facebook is literally what we do at work every day. It's for us to generate income and to promote the products. And some people will be thinking like, oh, you're on Facebook again, you're not working. But for us, it's actually really very helpful.
That's amazing. So how many countries are you in altogether?
Right now, we are currently being distributed in about 50 countries. The latest to join was Nepal, actually, and Reunion Island.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite. And what's your vision for the next 3 years? Where do you want to be in 3 years?
In the next 3 years, we are now still trying to get our formulation to be much more, even more safer than what it is right now. There are some materials that we are still using hydrocarbon. We want to stop using that and go full water-based. And that will be a product-wise. And in the next 3 years, for the company-wise, we hope that we can actually get the product known by even more users, and hopefully that they will be able to improve their health through using the products in a daily basis, compared to using a competitor product which is more toxic in the long run. And also help with them in the financially, because end of the day, our product has helped quite a lot of our customers in the industry to generate more revenue and grow, and actually to hire even more employees in their own business.
It's amazing, man. Since you've come to the program, we've pretty much spoken about business the whole time. Can you tell us, just before we open it up for Q&As, tell us about your family? You have kids, right? How old?
I have 2 kids. One is 6, one is 2. The eldest is a boy, and the younger is a girl. A bit weird about them is that the boy looks exactly like me, but the behavior is exactly my wife, while the girl looks exactly like my wife, but the behavior is exactly like me. So I have no idea how this swap happened, or it's just so weird.
One last quick question. What about your parents? Were they an influence on the entrepreneurial journey? Did they encourage that as a kid?
My parents are a very typical Asian Chinese family, so they will always focus on education, and after that is to get a job and just work in the company. So I was never exposed to this entrepreneurial journey for a very long time until I met my ex-girlfriend, who kind of like keep pushing me. You should start a company. It's helpful for the economy. You create more jobs. I'm like, yeah, but it's safer to be working. Like you collect monthly salary and everything. And the most that I did was actually just the side income that I did. Yeah. So it's but I don't blame that to my parents. But that was the situation at that point in time. But right now, what I do to my kids, my son, is that I teach him the value of money, and I teach him about generating value from his time, and then generating a product to generate income. Even at 6, I'm actually kind of like making him learn all these values now.
Well, we're super stoked that was it your ex-girlfriend who forced you to start on the entrepreneurial journey? Who pushed you?
Yeah.
We owe her a drink for sure. We're glad you're here, my friend. And I'd love to open it up for 3 minutes of Q&A from anybody here.